Smoking is defined by the Encyclopedia Britannica as the act of inhaling and exhaling the fumes of burning plant material. It has become almost a necessity in the lives of some 1.6 billion people worldwide, as per the World Health Organization data from 2021. We are currently here at the Manila Bay Baywalk area where the sun is hot and the winds are strong to give you a concrete idea of these statistics.
So what is a cigarette? A cigarette is classified by the US Food and Drug Administration or FDA as a tube-like structure composed mainly of tobacco, chemical additives, a filter, and paper wrapping. According to the research by the doctors at Swedish Hospital in Seattle, tobacco is said to have been around for over 8,000 years. Since roughly 5000 BC, tobacco has had major effects on the health industry and the economy as well, as evidenced by the Spanish tobacco monopoly of 1977. Tobacco still affects us just as gravely and even more in the present day. Statistics from the World Health Organization, or WHO, in 2021 mentions that over 1.6 billion people worldwide consume tobacco on a regular basis. Of this, over 50,000 of all tobacco users are killed yearly, some of whom are killed due to secondhand smoke inhalation. The World Health Organization also mentions that cigarette smoking is the most common use of tobacco worldwide. This is for the reason that this experiment is being done.
In preparation for this experiment, a hole is made towards the bottom of the plastic bottle to be able to intake and release air to simulate breathing. Another hole is then made on the cap of the bottle just big enough to fit the makeshift cigarette.
Moving on to creating the setup, the hole made at the bottom of the bottle is plugged and the bottle is filled around 3/4 of the way with water. A makeshift cigarette is then placed in the hole made on the cap of the bottle, cotton side supposedly down. The setup is now complete. The experiment is done by lighting the cigarette and allowing the smoke to accumulate in the bottle to simulate breathing in. After every few seconds, the hole at the bottom of the bottle is unplugged to release the smoke and stimulate breathing out. Observations on the resultant quality of the water will be made when the cigarette is fully consumed. For this particular experiment, the researchers did not light the cigarette. However, based on literature and previously done experiments, the theoretical result of this experiment would result in cloudy, dirty water. This part of the video will now show an animated version of building a filtration system. The following scenes will be an actual time-lapse of the experiment. We now proceed to the facts and stats about smoking.
This experiment has been done in several different ways by different groups and institutions. One iteration of this experiment uses damp, white cotton balls in place of water to better observe the staining of chemicals present, such as tar found in cigarette smoke.
As per the official CDC website, some of the potential effects of smoking, quote, may include cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung diseases, diabetes, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD, which includes emphysema and chronic bronchitis. It is also said that smoking increases risk for tuberculosis, certain eye diseases, and problems with the immune system, including rheumatoid arthritis. According to Scotland's NHS Inform, the most common components of tobacco products are nicotine, carbon monoxide, and tar. The Australian Government Department of Health described nicotine as a highly addicting, very dangerous chemical, as it is a stimulant that represses the effects of natural dopamine. The second primary component in cigarettes is carbon monoxide. The University of Rochester Medical Center describes carbon monoxide as a colorless, tasteless, and odorless gas made by combustion. This causes oxygen levels in the blood to decrease, minimizing the oxygen flow to the heart, brain, and other vital organs. The last of the three main components in cigarettes is tar. Tar is what contains the carcinogens that pose the deadliest risk amongst the three components. It coats the bronchioles and lungs in a thin layer of a sticky brown substance, making the passage and exchange of gases within the body particularly difficult. It also damages the cilia, which in turn affects the body's ability to filter the air that enters the lungs.
The aforementioned substances are the main components in a cigarette before it is lit. The smoke it produces upon lighting is a different story. The American Cancer Society released an article detailing the components and effects of cigarette smoke.
Cigarette smoke is found to have at least 7,000 chemicals. Of this, 250 are known to be harmful and 70 are found to have been carcinogenic. Some of the most harmful chemicals found in tobacco smoke are nicotine, hydrogen cyanide, formaldehyde, lead, arsenic, ammonia, radioactive elements such as polonium-210, benzene, carbon monoxide, tobacco-specific nitrosamines or TSNA, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons or PAH. Most gases in the tobacco smoke are what causes irreparable damage not only to the body but to the environment as well. It was believed that smokeless tobacco products will be a solution to this. Although it does benefit the environment, these alternatives such as chewing tobacco are just harmful, if not more harmful than regular cigarettes.
On top of the prominent effects of cigarette smoking on the environment, the production of any tobacco product poses a large effect on the environment as well. There have been several reports of deforestation to make way for tobacco growth. It also makes use of large amounts of plastic, as cigarettes are no longer favorable when wet. The transportation of these such products also contributes to global warming as vehicles used in shipping require the burning of fossil fuels. Even after manufacturing, shipping, and consumption of the cigarettes, its disposal still contributes to the degradation of the environment. Cigarette butts are non-biodegradable due to the plastic filter present and usually end up in landfills or at the bottoms of the oceans and other bodies of water. The improperly disposed cigarette butts are highly toxic to any biological creatures within its vicinity, especially to marine life, as even the trace amounts of lead left in the cigarette butt can affect the water wherein these creatures reside. It leads to a domino effect affecting the entire ecosystem, as the planet life is also affected, which affects the food chain of these animals. In addition, cigarettes are also reported to be the leading cause of wildfires. According to the American National Library of Medicine's Biotechnology Information Department, smoking causes up to 10% of deaths due to fires.
It cannot be fathomed that a single cigarette, estimated to weigh just about 1 gram, could lead to such inimical effects on people and the environment. It has no benefits and should not be encouraged. Steps implemented by governments worldwide have improved the condition of smoking that have failed to eradicate it entirely. Even as non-smokers, we must do our part in eliminating smoking altogether from our society for the benefit of us and the future generations.